Chris, Max, Elena, Ziegler won't be here yet. Ashley, Derek, Brandy, Brian, and Travis Burke. Right here. Gregory, Daphne, Donnie, Brooke, Chad, Aaron, Natalie, Sean, Mike, Eric, Michelle, and James. Make sure everybody's when you're the first person in the line. Turn around and make sure everybody on that list is in your line. Silver Maple, Tony, Rachel, Mickey, Angie, Jesse, Eli, Katie, Carrie, Jerry, Mitch, and Ted. Maybe you won't be there. You don't have to. You don't need to put her all in. Sugar Maple, Stephanie, Joe, Drew, Amber, Adam, Shane, Teresa, Amanda, Kristen, Mandy, and Zach. Walnut, Shannon, Ashley, Megan, Brian, James, Jacob, Emily, Andy, Robert, Jill, and Jennifer. Add up. Sure, everybody's complete. You guys are all complete? Yeah. What?
What'd they forget? Oh. She can have this one.
And I want you to just, while you're writing on the box or whatever, don't need another table.
Oh, how do I start recording?
I want you to pay attention. If you get a chance, thank those people. You'll write them and thank who we got there. And normally we do this out there. We'll quickly through this, just so that we understand the rules for camp. And the director out there usually gets us in a group. I don't know if she'll do that today or not. Here was yours. She'll give you her camp rules too. Everybody go through this with me. Just go down as I read. Number one, all camps are to stay within the boundaries set by the camp staff. You should stay in the 30 areas. You all have group leaders throughout today, tomorrow, and Friday. You don't leave ever that group without an adult knowing where you're going. If you have to use the restroom, you have to please use the restroom. If you have to go back and change shoes because you got wet, or you want to get a jacket, or whatever, you ask. You don't go to the cabins, and you don't leave that area. Now, we're going to give you free time after lunch and stuff. You get to go outside and play. And when I get there, I'll kind of go over that. But you'll see the blacktop where you can play basketball, and then the area where the volleyball pit is, and the place there. Don't wander off anywhere other than that. Don't go near that lake.
Make that one out there.
there's a lot of kids with medicine. I told them to give it to you.
I've got a list. I'm afraid there's going to be more medicine in
There
there.
was some kids come in and said, I just got on medicine just yesterday. I want somebody to give Mr. Albert to take care of it.
Well, I called one buddy yesterday.
I've got
Here's the sixth graders unloading their gear. Mr. Rosendahl. There's the parents unloading. More students. Camera shy, huh?
Elena Figler is the home school. This is a new student who wrote problems. She moved up by Cedar Rapids because her dad's a very top-notch student. That's one of them.
All right. Okay.
Here's our different groups lining up, getting ready to go to their cabins.
No, I'm not going to help you.
They don't think it's indicated 24 on the paper. Just to get rid of some of it.
I'll be back, 3 days.
Here's Mr. Rosendahl preparing them to get started with their adventures.
I can take it now. Unless you want to go down to cabin.
Watch out, ladies.
Back.
Taking roll. Make sure everybody's here.
What were you got? 2 layers up.
There's 3 people that live here on camp. Myself, the assistant director, my husband is the caretaker, and we live in that house straight across the way there. And Mary is the director, and she lives right here in this house. So those are 2 areas on camp where you kind of want to stay away from out of our fenced-in yards at least. But the 3 of us are here the whole time that you are here, and we are here to help you in any way you can. If you have any questions about WAPC or need to know something, we can answer them for you. The only thing we don't know is where you're supposed to be at what time or what your schedule is. We're not very good at those kind of questions. You'll have to ask the teachers today. You will soon be in your cabins. The cabins all have the heat on right now. You may need to turn it up a little. to wherever you guys want it. Make sure you keep your doors closed when you leave, otherwise your cabin gets very, very cold. So just like your house, shut your door when you leave. Same with the lights. If you turn off the lights, you're trying to conserve energy as much as possible out here to keep the price down for you. So when you leave the building or the bathroom, turn the light off. Turn it back on when you go back in. Out here at Wapsie, we have lots of wildlife that you can see, especially when you're out canoeing. If the sun comes out, the logs will be full of turtles. We also have snakes, Canadians, muskrat, mink, otter, all kinds of things that you can see out there. There's a great blue heron. Dad likes to roam around back in the backwater. So keep your eyes open when you're out canoeing. The only thing we ask is that you don't pick things up and carry them around. If you want to pick it up and look at it, if you know enough about that animal that you can pick it up and look at it, feel free to do that, but put it right back where you found it. Animals live in homes just like you and I. You pick up a turtle down by the lake and bring it up here, it's not going to know how to get back to its home. So be very careful with that. We also have, there are no poisonous snakes in Iowa, so you don't have to worry about that, but snakes do bite. It's no problem, so be careful. Same thing with turtles. We do have snapping turtles, so if you don't know the difference between a snapping or a painted turtle, I suggest leaving it on the ground, because they hurt. There are, the Canadians have their cute little goslings right now, so you're really lucky. They're little yellow fur balls, and they're really fun to look at. But Canadians are also very protective of their young. And there's an adult Canadian will come after you, and they come very, very quickly. So don't approach. Just look from a distance. And a lot of times they spend time down by the canoeing area. So be careful when you're down there. Same when you're out in the canoe, if they're out swimming around, don't look like you're going to approach them. Just canoe around and look at them. And they will leave you alone. When you're out canoeing, we have some branding canoes down there. We have some canoes that are only about a year old. We'd like to keep them looking nice. So make sure you're picking up the canoes and carrying them down to the water, not dragging them across the rocks and stuff with holes in them. Your life jackets and everything are down there. You must have a life jacket on at all times. And I would suggest not tipping your canoe. It's really gross and muddy and disgusting if you end up in that lake. Do you guys use the Urbana bridge? Okay. The rules, there's also a rope bridge down there. It's called the Urbana bridge. It's really fun. It requires a little bit of skill to get across there without getting wet. You got 2 ropes at your arms and 1 rope that you walk across on the bottom. The rules on the Urbana bridge is there's only 1 person on the bridge at a time. That means no one else's hands shake. Uh-oh. Over here.
Select from that way. You want them in piles like a case.
I need one. You better run before I get you.
we'll split up this group into three groups, and we will go out and find different types of found objects that we can do a close-up picture of. When we get back at, let's say, 20 after,
Over there.
Sugar maple rock. Yeah.
That's really banner, guys. Yes.
He said a B1 yesterday. Oh yeah, okay, so we're gonna put that clear on here.
What are you making,
I just
girls?
want one of these. I just centerpiece.
Cool, huh?
And these are me. We're working really hard.
That might be good for hot dogs.
Yes, it definitely will be.
Are we?
Oh, you got it.
Design. And it symbolizes the male buffalo. Now, if you look at the symbol there in black and his in red, they're somewhat similar. And what did yours mean? Was going to give you strength against your enemy. Okay.
They're the same as the other shop. If you're talking about if they shed their shell to expand or just to get new covering, just like we get new skin every day. This is a fox snake. She's called a fox snake. She looks like a bull snake, which is slightly darker on the top, and sometimes people confuse the two. She's this species is very common throughout Iowa. You can find them practically anywhere, including the campgrounds around here. If you're out looking to watch snakes, and I wouldn't recommend picking them up or collecting them, but if you're out to just look to see some, like not only look on the ground for these kinds, but around my wrist. And she's laying on top of my other hand. She's kind of relaxed at the moment. But as she explores around, she wants to make sure that she's not going to fall. And she'll use my arm just like a tree branch to grab a hold. Now they have very, very strong muscles, and that's why I had the rock on there. She could have pushed that lid off very easily with her nose.
All the U.S. services compasses. See where that tower is? There's nothing past there, okay? You got the tower, you got the front. Look at the tower.
Oh, it's got it.
And there's no chance.
Oh, Mickey, shut up.
And so far, the girls have been the best. 6-6.
Where's Tony?
Okay, next group. Okay, ready? Now, make sure you hold it level, okay? That's nice. That's not, okay?
I don't think that can be.
It's fine. Go on, right, right.
Oh, we got it. We got it.
No, the regular step, okay? Just like your regular walk, okay?
Tony. Oh, the Fox and the Hound, is that what we're doing? Yep, they'll try to chase each other, yeah. Oh, Fox and Rabbit, huh?
And just come up and tell them more about it. Someone could be the conservation people. That's what I meant, Heather and Jessica. You wanted to do that, right? No, it was me. No, it's Jessica and someone. Oh.
So, let's practice.
Okay, me and Aaron will pick up the turtles.
So are these other people turtles?
What?
What are they doing?
I don't know, whatever animal they pick up.
They're going to go and pick up some other animals. Can you talk about the fact that maybe this raccoon has lost its mother and you need to take it home?
It has rabies. That's because,
But then you know you wouldn't pick it up if you knew it had rabies. The people coming up should probably tell you that that was a possibility, that you shouldn't be messing with this wild animal.
Well, if it's not in its hole, stay there. You can't move yet. It has rabies.
yeah, you're still in
It doesn't have a hole. It has rabies.
Raccoons are never out of their holes.
Yeah, they're out.
So what?
But if they don't have one,
How do you know it does?
Okay, come on, Aaron. And then maybe she lets her
Justin?
Two people now go. We'll see here. You should give that to us. Yeah, raccoon.
Raccoon, cooperate. I like. Don't fall in.
Second apple in the water. Drew has one in. Drew accidentally.
Every bass tournament ever held on this big river. Well, I got one of those. I had to climb about 20 feet in the tree to get it.
It doesn't go.
Okay. If you promise to be careful casting, I'll show you what. I'll fix it.
It wasn't twisting before.
Just for lunch. Just save a couple.
Just a couple? Yo.
That's a good dad. You tangle him up like that for him, and he takes you more than one. Patient man.
What happened, Drew?
And the fact that you live.
We got a difference in our family.
I want to move pretty soon.
No, just wait. Just let me put it.
All right.
What's the matter, Joe?
I got this tangled
Get
up.
it?
Uh-oh. Watch her go.
Feet off the water, please. Thank you.
Just like that, okay? Don't hold the string. Push and play. There's a yeah, let's push and pull. That's a shame. It takes it. Oh, I had that on my leg. Don't finish, guys. Let's go. Row! Our bus is here.
Tell tall stories. They don't tell lies. They tell tall.
Okay, so we can tell some tall stories. While we're telling them, we can do some of them.
In front of me and Carrie landed right there.
Oh, really? They are so neat. Very loud. Put them on the table. Look at that, so pretty. Part of nature, isn't it? Look at that. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah, now it's saying record. And then it...
By the time we got about right here, but not fast enough to react to it. That's the problem that happens when these birds get hit by a car. They're paying more attention to their food and what they're after than you coming up on the side. Now, I know it's kind of hard to stop that kind of problem. That's not really a problem we can do much about. But most of you guys, so you nod your heads and you said you've seen these birds on the side of the road. Okay, there's where you can start to help them out. Pay attention to them. I'll tell you what, before those birds take off, we'll go into a stoop, and then we'll jump up. That gives you just enough time to slow down a little bit, and as that bird comes up, it'll feel the air rushing by, and it'll take off. So that little bit of time that you take to slow down, give an extra second, and it helps. So best we can do in those situations. Okay, hit by a car. What would be another kind of accident? Oil spill. That happens to a lot of wildlife. It doesn't happen so much up here because we're not close to any areas where there's heavy oil, but on the coastlines, that's really serious. What kind of more local accidents do we have? Poachers. Shot and trapped. Most people using traps will put live bait in those traps. Turkey vultures, they eat dead meat, which is what is in those traps a lot of the time. And also some of the red tails and some of the eagles are attracted to that dead meat, and they get caught in those live hole traps. A lot of people, when they're out shooting ducks and other birds, sometimes maybe their bird identification isn't so good, and they start with a hawk. Now, before I bring this bird out, I want to make sure that everyone is comfortable. You know, if we're really comfortably. Try not to move around a lot. Yeah, do it now if you're going to do it. The reason is these birds are used to being outside, peaceful, quiet. Just think of it if you spend a day in your room all by yourself, nice, quiet, no music going, and then 60 talking about the bird, and then just raise your hand no higher than your shoulder. I can see you all really well, so you wouldn't need to go any higher than that, okay? Because waving around is just going to distract the bird. All right? Sit still for just a minute. We'll settle here. Just a moment to get myself situated here. What I'm doing is giving this bird a little bit of safety. When I come around, you'll see that this bird has little leather straps on its feet. Those are called jesses. These jesses are so that we can catch this bird and keep on the fist. We attach what's called a leash here on the bottom. And usually I attach that leash to my glove. And that's for the bird's safety, for my safety, for your safety. It's just safe. Because though this bird is missing a wing, this bird can fly pretty well. But when it jumps off from my fist, if it were to jump off from my fist, because it's missing that wing, chances are it'll go straight down to the ground. And that impact may hurt it. So by keeping this on here and keeping a good grip on this, I can prevent that from happening. Okay? Now this is a Swainson's hawk. Most of you probably won't see a Swainson's hawk here except out far in the western part of Iowa. This is a western bird. This bird usually prefers the desert to anything else. It does come into Iowa occasionally, like I said, on the western side, but it's a pretty rare bird. You'll always know Swainson's. I mean, everybody always wonders, hey, tell anything from a red tail. I mean, most people just see red tails. Obviously, the red tail has a red tail. Swainson's hawks, the way to tell the difference is they always have a dark chest. And you'll see that little white bib underneath their chin. Now, they do come in a little different color shades. They come in sort of a dark, light chocolate color, which this one is, and then sort of a vanilla-ish color that is not quite so dark. But they'll all have that same trait, that dark chest. Well, I guess to start with, we'll start from the head down. You should start with that awful feather on its head. If any of you can see, I don't know, your angle's not too good, but you can see at the top here some feathers sticking up. Okay, this is not alfalfa, little rascals or anything. The problem with this bird is it is kept in captivity with us because of the injury. But this is a bird that migrates during the winter. During the winter, it goes up to 5,000 miles south, one way, to Argentina. That's like taking 2 or 3 trips to Disney World. And that's where this bird spends the summer. Because this bird cannot fly, and it has to stay with us, we have to find some way to keep it warm during the winter. So it has a box that's heated and has a small heat lamp at the top of it. The first year she was with us, she managed to bump her head at the top of the heat lamp. She was kind of fancy. She hit her head at the top of the heat lamp. And so sort of a little burn patch, and the feathers are now growing back in. Of course, just like having a colic, or you know how your hair doesn't fall kind of right sometimes. That's what's happening now. Those new feathers are not exactly coming in the nicest fashion, but sooner or later they'll get there. Wax along their chest wall that fill up with air and give them a little more buoyancy, kind of filling with balloons. And that's why that lightness and those hollow bones help them to fly. That thing's so light. Now, if you look down at the feet, these are sharp talons I was talking about. I'm not kidding, they are sharp. That's why I'm wearing this leather glove. The talons on any raptor are so strong. All the power is in their feet and in their wings. If I was not wearing this glove, if she chose to, I'm not saying she necessarily would, she can sit very lightly, but if she chose to, those talons could go through all the muscle, skin, the muscle, right down to the bone of my hand. And I don't want to take that chance. The reason for that power is obviously they use their feet to catch their food. I mean, they fly down, they grab it with their feet. Their hands like they do, their hands are actually their wings. But they grab it with their feet and they put such force in that grip that it usually kills the animal instantly. Now, when we've done surgery or performed any medication for these birds, we have to be really careful to wear gloves because if that bird should catch a claw or a talon in our finger, if you were to move, they think that's like food. It's their food moving. So their reaction is if you're moving, grip tighter. So basically, if you should ever get a talon caught in your hand, you play dead, because then they will let the pressure, just like they would let the pressure on the food once it was dead. But I'm not going to take that chance if you don't mind. I'll stick with my gloves. Is there anything? Well, I guess I should tell you what this bird eats. Since this bird is mostly a desert bird, it has a diet a little different. Most of you probably know that hawks, owls, see how she turns? That's probably about the best I'm going to get. I'll do this a little bit more. Now, I guess I should tell you, the only reason I know this bird's a she is because it has laid an egg. In most raptors, they're called what's called sexually dimorphic, which means it usually cannot tell the difference between a male and a female, except that the female is larger. So unless you have a male and a female sitting right next to one another, you're never going to know the difference. Unless, of course, you lay an egg like this one does. But they don't have a lot of color differences. So you guys over there, I'm afraid, are going to miss them. She will not make that full turn around. As you can see, there's a little bit of it. Okay. Hey, this is pretty good. You guys are sitting perfectly still.
What happens when I get there to the program?
I know we're not ready. I will do the same thing. So please, if you see it, try and laugh without any loud noise. Okay? She usually does not do that though because she's pretty used to this thing. Yes, this is a full-grown owl. Usually that's the first question. This is a screech owl. Most of you will probably never see a screech owl because they look so much like the bark of the trees they hide in, and because they go to the very top. Though it's really surprising because screech owls will be the owl you'll most likely find in the cities and the parks. There's a lot of owls in cities, and these are the ones. Now, can you see the ears on this owl? I think you can. Those feathers you see on the top of the head, which I'm assuming are what most of you think are ears, are actually ear tufts. They are feathers, and that is all they are. Great horned owls also have those ear tufts, so do long-eared owls and some other types of owls. But basically, those are only like a camouflage. They are only a defense. When they get really frightened, they go very tall, very stiff, and those feathers stick way up. And that's just to give the appearance of something other than themselves. They want to scare whatever it is away. Actually, the ears on this owl are behind all those feathers. Can you see the dark edge of feathers around the face there? There's a little dark circle. Anybody take a look at that? And that little dark circle, sort of shorting you guys on attention over here, I'm sorry. That little dark circle, if you were to part those feathers, you would see the ears. There's big holes in the skull on the owl. Now, on this particular size owl, I want you to know how much of their skull are eyes and ears. You can see how big the eyes are. But you know that the ears on this owl are probably a little larger than the eyes. They're about, and the ears on the owl lie just behind their eyes. One is a little higher and to the front, and one on this side is a little lower and to the back. Now the reason they're not really symmetrical like ours is because of the way they use their hearing. They turn their heads a lot. I don't know if she's not doing it much today, but they turn their heads a lot trying to get the sound fixed in both ears. When they hear the sound in both ears exactly at the same time, they know their food is directly in front of them. You could probably blindfold them, and by hearing that, they could dive straight down at it. In fact, there was an experiment with barn owls. They put the barn in complete darkness, no light at all to get in that barn, and they let a mouse loose. And that barn owl caught it in 5 minutes. They just listened for it, and went straight down to it. That's how much they rely on their hearing. Now, I guess before since I'm talking about the hearing, I should tell you why this bird is with us. It looks pretty good. It's got both wings. If any of you can see, well, she's got that eye closed for some reason, but the eye there on my left, the one I'm holding her in there, is almost dark, almost black. She hit hard, and the impact is all in her head on the left side. So the eye, the pupil is exploded, so she can't take much light in that eye, and she's also deaf on that one side. And for an owl, being deaf means you can't survive very well. So I'll tell you. While she's got her head turned around, how many of you think that an owl can turn its head all the way around? Boy, have I got you guys good today. No, an owl actually see how far she turned her head around? Actually, it can only turn its head 320 degrees. The reason it has that mobility is because along the spinal column, it has extra vertebrae. And actually, the hawks have this too. All the raptors have this. They have extra, more so in owls than the hawks, but they have extra vertebrae that allow them to turn their heads so far around. And that's about as far as we go right there. And the reason that is because you know how we can move our eyes back and forth without moving our heads, and then you can shift your eyes back and forth? They can't do that. Their eyeballs in all raptors have a hairball. Okay, and you know why that cat coughs up a hairball? Because that fur is not digestible. It's something they can't digest and they can't pass. Owls, since they swallow this mouse, it's got all those fur and all those bones, they can't digest all that stuff. So what they do, hawks do this too, but they don't have the strong juices, acidic juices that an owl has. They cough up what's called a pellet. About 8 to 12 hours after dinner, they cough up a pellet, which I have a bag of here, and you can see if you like. They have bones in them, and basically what their stomach muscles do, the juices sort of act like a glue, and their stomach muscles contract all that stuff together, and then 12 hours later, there it is. Now, it's really kind of neat. I mean, it sounds kind of gross, but they dry out. They become very dry. And if you were to take those apart, you could put together a skeleton, almost a whole skeleton of what this bird ate 10 or 12 hours ago. That's why scientists like them so much, because basically they don't have to go around hunting to find out what kind of animals live in the area. They just have to go find owl pellets, take them apart, put the skeletons together, and they know what's living in that area. So these are really good barometers of what happens as far as the food chain goes. These guys are at the top, and they can tell us a lot about what's at the bottom and what kind of food they're eating. Who's got a question about owls? Anybody?
Okay, now, when it gets real tight, come on up and feel the rope here, everybody, so you kind of know. Pull it back tight like this. See how it's tight? Okay, you want to stop then and make the rope. And if you go too far, it'll get real kinky. If you stop too soon, it'll be kind of soft and mushy. Whose rope's this going to be?
Mine.
Who wants the first
Now
one?
watch what Mr. White said.
Okay, everybody back up. And you come here, Rachel.
Keep tension on
Yeah,
it.
keep tension.
I feel that.
Keep pulling on it.
Walk back away from us here so you can have it out in front of us. Okay. Now, you have a magic word thought up? Abracadabra. Okay, say abracadabra and then let the rope wants to twist. Let it twist in your hands. You can take your hands off. Okay. Whoop, you gotta hold on to it though. But let it slide through your hands like this. Keep going underneath. And when you
Tighten it up a little bit more.
Yeah, when it gets done doing it on its own, you can twist it more and force it.
Good.
Had
One-
3 Mickeys. So
One
there's
right over
3
there.
I'd say you want to move back. About here. If you're a tall person, you might want to step back an extra step so your rope's long enough.
Well, sure you do. All right, fellas, we'll try her.
You will end up with a rope, Katie.
All right, here, Kate. Guys, how do we do the ears?
That has to be on this one. I think the first one. Okay, good pictures.
Okay.
There.
Okay, now who's separating? Who's separating?
Oh, very good.
Under and over and under, over and under. Good.
Yeah, go clockwise.
That's pretty clean. Hold it.
Yeah, use this hand to keep your attention.
I think it might hold. Take your knots out. Take your knots out as you go.
Well, you know what, Don.
Oh, give me an ice cube. Oh. No, here, I'll help you. She'll help you.
Janine is her name.
It's rolling. Is it ready?
Close.
Yeah.
Come on, Robert, you finished it up last time.
Bravo! Bravo!
What do you think?
Jump it. No, jump high.
Kind of cradle him, and then kind of go over there and work away from people so I don't run in there.
51 we laid, what was it, Tuesday that we laid on top of the car or something? And it lay there like a half an hour later it was still there. We forgot about it.
Blue Jay, I remember that last year. They was here 45 minutes.
Yeah. Look at that blue jay.
Oh, here he came back.
Boy, Drew, it was an attack bird. It about got you.
Hey, Mr. Oswald.
I had my funniest story from yesterday, Mr. Embray. My funniest story from yesterday is I go in the cabin and Drew goes, "Where's that?" I said, "There's no rat." "Yes, sir, it's a big rat. It ran right through the cabin." And I'm thinking, you know? So I walk in there, and all of a sudden somebody comes around, "There's a rat here." And it was kind of dark then. So I said, all of a sudden here comes a chipmunk, skids on its feet, looks right up at me and turns. Went underneath Corey Trout's bed. That's a good place for him.
Oh my God.
I don't know how he got in. They thought it was a rat because they were seeing this kind of long thing run around. It was kind of dark and they couldn't get a good look at it, you know.
Yeah, then that night.
Wait a minute, don't switch back.
Yeah,
I'm going ahead. But they're not as ornery as like the
Roast beef.
roast beef and the cardinals and stuff. Okay.
Anybody have any questions?
You got any questions, just ask.
Have you got a cardinal yet?
Not yet.
How
We had a
about
female earlier.
One of the kids asked if you catch any swallows or over the lake. But I said,
Well,
probably
we've got something down here. We've
Okay,
got a
We need to do
sandpiper
that right away.
that we don't catch very often. We need to do the sandpiper.
35 is the blue jay. What do we need to know?
Right. We need to look at their
Ooh, brood pack. Okay, this is let's come here and look at her.
Oh, she's black under her white.
yeah, well she's
She
pulled the
doesn't-
feathers off of her tummy.
She doesn't have feathers. So that means she has a nest with eggs.
Yeah, because they pull the feathers off so that their skin is directly on the egg.
Their skin makes contact right with the eggs. Ducks, all birds do that.
And some birds, most of the time it's just the female, but in some species both the male and the female do that.
And that makes a lot better heat transfer. That came right me.
I saw that shadow hit right.
Come in and change position, you can do that.
Oh no. Stop. I'm trying to
I raised Zach about 5, 10 years ago. Years ago, I just about died. I laid for half an hour. I thought I'd be at the hospital. I just said stuff I didn't know. I thought, well, he might beat it, but it's going to be a lot closer. He held a record for 200 jacks a long time.
My kids, and I come out once a year out of my house. Anyway, today the activity is titled Nature Hike, but we're really not going to do much hiking. First of all, there's not much of a hiking. Daddy, well, what's a hobo? This is her. Can you believe that? I don't even know. Okay, hobos were generally men, and they were people right after the Depression who had no jobs. So in order to survive, what they chose to do was travel. And they would jump on a train. And they'd go, and they'd end up then in different cities throughout the country. Well, in order to eat, what they did was kind of scrounge around, and they'd get vegetables from people's gardens. And they'd put...
Oh, they're metal? This is what they send you if you send in a band number to the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service.
Do these get smaller?
Bands are made out of aluminum. They're really soft aluminum, and those are...
Beautiful day today. Oh.
That's okay. Back her right up in the lane right now. It's going good.
There you come.
I've never done this
That a
before.
girl.
I'm really, really scared.
You're doing fine.
It'll be a lot better for you, guaranteed.
There you go, hon.
Okay, now just turn right around to me now.
Wait, then they'll get used to it in a couple hours and they won't even remember. Some of the bigger birds, like the girl speaks to the cardinals and then go peck at him. Yeah, you could have replaced them before.
What kind of bird is that one?
This is an American red. 2 years from to get looking like that. That bird's at least 2 years old. The first year they don't have quite that color.
I like its tail, how it puffs out like that. It's like almost like a...
It's ready to go. Once
So this is an after second year male. The slower you move, the more that they'll let you touch. An after second.
Right.
Smells like a piece of it, doesn't it?
Oh, that one. Oh, that one.
It sounds kind of like a rabbit.
That's big. Maybe it's like a deformed robin who got like in an oil spill.
Same as it's a very Indian, isn't it? I have my opinion. Somebody else think about it.
Wait a minute. That is a veery. It is a veery. You've got a white front. Yeah. It's a veery.
Oh, my back.
Oh.
I think it's a veery. What do you think it is?
There's no more in here.
Rob doesn't think it's a veery.
That might be a gray tooth. Mm-hmm.
How can it be a gray cheek?
Because it's not red enough on the back.
But gray cheeks are brown. I mean, they're green color.
You get some,
Making ropes, huh?
Oh, so even the mom has to do it.
I don't have enough to go to the over there. Yeah, the chicken color one.
Robert? Why don't you come help, Robert? Then you can tie yourself later, okay?
Okay, Mimi. Not me. Oh, there's a version of this.
I know, that's what
Robert, will you bring
What are you doing, James?
for a rock?
except for most of the time.
Here, hold on to this thing.
Then what's going to happen?
You better believe it.
We're going to do by grade point average.
Oh.
The shorter you are, the farther down you go. Okay, now we're going to number off by 2. 1. Okay, 1, 2, or the 1's there.
Yes, sir, that's it.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Set, go! Okay.
You're like Peter.
Ready?
So what? Like you are.
Set, go!
Keep going, Brian. Keep going, Brian. Keep going, Brian. Go, go.
Concentration.
Wish I could think of a jump rope song.
You say that now, wait when you're doing that 20 minutes from now.
Yes, she does, but we can't.
Yeah, you can if you think it's out of place. I couldn't go that far, but yeah, be sure not to pick up stuff or touch it. And if you don't know how to spell something or what it is, just describe it.
Come on. Only on this side of the chain.
What kind did you catch?
Huh?
What kind did you guys get?
We got a woodpecker.
Did you? Oh, wow, that's a big one. Beautiful bird.
Common flicker, the yellow shafted race.
Oh,
Yellow underneath. I'll show the
beautiful.
tongue too. Because they probe for ants in the ground and insects in trees. So they need really long tongues.
Have you ever ripped any of their tongues off?
No.
Look at that. Oh, my land. It's almost like a worm.
He's sure isn't going to mistake that his tongue for a worm.
No, he sucks it back in.
Yeah.
Hook to the collar, all this does is keep the dog from straying too far out from one side to the other, so they run in union and pull really good. Question?
On the front of that, how come you guys have two running on? Sometimes you're using one.
Everybody today seems to use two lead dogs because of the stress on the dog. It's a lot of stress on a dog to be up front alone. Because some teams, we run a 10-dog team where there's 8 dogs behind the lead dog. And with 2 dogs up front, you can just come in 3 basic colors, Wolf Sable, which James is out here, and just about what Diefenbaker is. James is Diefenbaker's father, and his mother is Flopsy out there, she's all Alaskan. So he's got the combination of 2 of our best dogs. The reason that he's here with us today is that he's going to be a lead dog. So he's going to get exposed to everything that's possibly, home takes him for a hike, he's in the woods, on the trees, through the mud. He's got to learn that in order to be a lead dog.
How's it going? Mr. Wilderness Man? Mr. Wilderness Man?
Where do you want the kids?
Well, as they give us a shot so they can
Just make the group.
Four-wheeler. Stand back here.
They're going to look for a dog that right here.
When the duck, yeah, take a picture of the group.
Got to give us room to come back in. When they come back in, we're going to run it pretty bad too, I hope. Well, hopefully not. And, because when them lead dogs go on, everything's going to really come alive.
Did they just put it in neutral? They put that. Oh. What's that, honey? Huh?
Just like that, David.
Glad to see you feeling better, Brian. Hang on, hang on, hang on. There you go.
Amy, don't be running.
Are you cooking your own already?
We're gonna have our first batch ready for the kids.
Oh, is that what it says?
I'm gonna have to go. You can get another. Come on, come on.
Someone cooking yours for you? You want to cook your own?
Buns are back here, guys.
White, more mature. Someday you'll be like
Give me a...
Good job, You wash your hands every day? I don't think anybody's going to care. You're
pinned her down. Isn't it kindling? Then you light it. Then after it gets burning a while, you put the fuel on.
Silver maple group, huh? Quite the group.
When you start a fire, you have to be responsible for it, and you have to make sure it doesn't spread too far. If it does, it can not only ruin animals' homes and shelters, but it can ruin the air and pollute it. And remember, only you can prevent wars.
Here goes a beaver. Oh.
Somebody's going over.
And we'd like to hear from that one at this time to take another intermission, and then we'll come back for 3 more outstanding gifts of nature.
Huh? Watch this, watch this.
Now, what was Beaver's real name? Thank you, Theodore. Yes. Yes, brother. Now, in honor of that beaver, many of you may recall from a few years ago a song called "I'm a Beaver."
Mm-hmm.
Stand up, please. I'm a beaver, you're a beaver, we are beavers all. And when we get together, we do the beaver call. That's the beginning of it. You got that? I'm a beaver, you're a beaver, we are beavers all. And when we get together, we do the beaver call. You're a fish, we are fishes all. And when we get together, we do the fish call.
And they respect her.
And we are chickens all. And when we get together, we do the chicken call. No, you And when we get together, we do the kicks and calls. I'm a cow, you're a cow, we are cows all. And when we get together.
Yes.
And when we get together, we do the mouse roll.
Ooh, that goes.
Oh, I'm a ripping
He's trying to jump all the way over.
And when we get together, we do the eagle call. Cow kicked it over. She winked her eye and said, "There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight." Fire! 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 Get down! Come on! Late last night, when we were all in bed, Miss O'Leary left the lantern in the shed, and when the cow kicked it over, she winked her eye and said, "There'll be a hot time in the old town tonight." Fire! 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 Okay. Look, oh, you're all in bed. Miss O'Leary left the lantern in the shed, when the cow kicked it over, she winked her eye and said, "There'll be a hot time in the old
You forgot.
Idiot class between them on YouTube. Good morning, class. Time to do our go-around. But this time, you're going to do it about what you did at camp. Wait, let's do it.
No, this time, this time. We went fishing. Canoeing.
Learn about frogs.
Have a campfire. I like it.
What is it?
Time out.
Out.
What are you doing?
Boy.
Let's find the words now. Simplest song, there isn't much to it. All you gotta do is doodly like that goes doodly doodly doo. Woo! I like it. Doodly okay.
And if you need a light.
No, it's okay. You have to kind of listen up. I didn't have a voice at the first end of the song, so hopefully I'll keep it to the campfire. This is a song I think everyone knows here. Does everyone know Old MacDonald? Oh, Each one of them is going to think of a different animal. And we're going to start at one end of the line, and we're going to help you sing the verse as kids out here. And when we come to the animals, we'll say your animal. And then when we come to the part where it says whatever words or noise this animal makes, you will say that, and then we'll help you sing the rest of the song. We're going to see how creative they are. Yeah. We don't want normal pigs. We want creativity. You don't want... You guys... You guys don't just want the ordinary animals. No! No pigs or chickens! Okay, we have to give them up. We have to tell them what we're doing. We're singing Old MacDonald had a farm. Okay? And now, this is making you guys feel a little bit creative. You have to see that. You guys have to come up with the animal that you want to be. So each of you are a different animal that you create of your own. And you also have to have a noise when it comes to the farm. We should on this farm. Okay, I think some of us are ready. Okay, let's start singing and we're going to start on the side. We'll go around the circle here. So you guys out here. Okay, we have to get together, so we're going to sing the words as kids out here, and you're going to have to pause a second for them to fill in whatever animal they are, okay? Let's try it out. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on his farm he had a... Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Okay, repeat it back to me. Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Here we go. Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Oh my God, you're right there. Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut, Pizza Hut, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. McDonald's, McDonald's, Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Kentucky Fried Chicken and a Pizza Hut. Go! I said a boom, chicka-boom. I said a boom, chicka-rocka, chicka-rocka, chicka-boom. I said a boom, chicka-rocka, chicka-rocka, chicka-boom. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! One more time! Rocket style! Rocket style! I said a boom, chicka-boom. 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 I said a boom. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! One more time! Harlan style! Harlan style! I said a room, chicka-room. I said a room, chicka-rocka, chicka-rocka, chicka-boom. I said a room, chicka-rocka, chicka-rocka, chicka-room. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! One more time! Celebrate American Custodian style! Celebrate American! I said a room, chicka-room. I said a room, chicka-room. I said nobody like us. We are the kids from Wapsie-Wye. We are the kids from Wapsie-Wye. Always a singing, voices are ringing. Always a singing, voices are ringing. Always a feeling fine. Always a feeling fine. Okay, in the end, it's the most important part. It goes like this. Nobody likes us. We are the kids from Wapsie-Wye. Always a singing, voices are ringing. Always a feeling fine.
I really missed it, but I tried to bring camp to some young third graders. And I would like some of those young third graders that I brought camp to talk to them some signs to come up and get fired. Thank goodness I wasn't in your class. Come on. I will sing the first line and you all will repeat. She sailed across. She sailed across the 7 seas. The 7 seas. She sailed across. She sailed across the channel too. The channel too. And she brought back. And she brought back a ring of bamboo. A ring of bamboo. A ring of bamboo. A ring of bamboo. Now
like this.
We have to know about homo dinners and maybe not ingredients over here.
If you can scoot down as far as you can, Mitch, maybe we can get 2 doing potatoes at once. Adam, keep scooting, hon. Use that spoon so that Jane can use that one. Good.
Ready. That's what she said.
Yeah.
I could use about 5 people. Okay?
Lots of cabbage, guys.
Pretty neat, all of them. Dad.
Where's our hat?
They graduate tomorrow.
And get elementary education.
The rope's gonna get a little loose too, a little more bouncy. Well, that's good, Adam.
Maybe Dan will apply for your job.
Want to whack at somebody? Too close to the rope. All right, who's up? Whitey.
Come on, Teresa, how fast can you make it? Look at her dancing.
You better quit laughing and get across there. We're not doing that. You're doing it.
That's how I got across the bouncing. I just have to rhythm.
Oh, there she goes.
Oh, yeah. Out now.
Can I get in there with you?
What happened, Jen?
I give them that one out there and
We'll walk right down it.
That's what I do. Man, I would have go get some. And over there. Over there. No. He's supposed to come get me. Which way are we going?
Hey, Rachel, I just found Belle.
Good job, Robert.
I'll be calling that slime.
Worse when you look at it.
So there's Jed falling slime? Yeah, he's going a little.
Yeah, they're rotating through kind of.
Some of them will canoe and then they'll come back and go back out again. And
Now they're stretched out, too. And that's getting kind of cool.
Well, this is, we don't have such a big group. Right. Like last year.
as far as the hike, is the hike coming back now? Or?
Pretty soon.
If someone shakes the bridge and they fall, do they have to go off the bridge?
Don't shake that bridge.
Watch where you're going, Drew. Oh, yuck, look at all that slime. Yuck.
I'm just happy when I got past the slime. Then I don't really care. Well, it'd be kind of cool if you fell. That's what you want. Go on the past the slime. I'm not doing that.
Slime's pretty gross. I'd have to.
Oh.
Hang on.
Right there's where you fell before, but don't let that enter your mind.
Don't worry about when you
Don't think negative like when you fell the last time right
Yeah,
there.
you won't fall. You won't fall.
Good job, Drew.
Don't worry that your arms are shaky and you're really tired.
Use that one. Or you're hungry.
Oh.
Good, just about.
I thought that was
hilarious when you or the friend's your worst enemy. Just don't worry.
2 minutes and 3 seconds. You got it.
Thank you. Look at him. Go, Joe.
There we go. He's got his glasses on.
No,
he doesn't.
Hang on. Whoa! It's almost over. You're no chance.
Come on, Joe, you can do it.
He's going to be your throat burn under his armpit.
Yeah. That'll hurt.
Whoa! Yeah, he's going to be raw right under here.
Keep going! Oh my gosh, he's making it.
Good job.
falls in, he's gonna get his armpit stuck in there. Back up a little, guy. Back up, you get too close to the bridge.
Brad, I'm gonna follow on along with it. Keep up the, I figure I'm wet and muddy anyway. Sure.
Well, this is vegetable.
Man, this thing's about to strangle me until off.
I can see their teeth. Perfect. Okay, first group, Mrs. Brown, what's your group?
We need silver maple
Silver maple first.
and Dave has flowers.
Tony, almost back.
Everybody,
White oak. Guys. White oak.
get over here and wait your turn.
Line up in your group.
Silver maple.
White oak. Excuse me, guys. Make it straight. I want you to wait here. Ready, guys? Here. Mickey, how come you look so tired?
He always does that.
Next.
Oh, I guess if you're going to be that way about it.
Smile, I'll make faces at you.
Thank you, Mr. Rosenthal. Next. Better.
Now, Brooke,
Brooke,
step between.
I don't see your face on your own.
Mikey.
There you go.
Come on, Allie.
I'll make
Come on,
faces.
Michelle. You can do it. Look at me.
I'll help my belly hang out.
Towards the group home, Brian. There you go. Everybody looking?
Oh, Derek, you look like you're getting ready to be shot. Smile. Smile, you had fun.
Let's have another one because that one was kind of sad.
Smile,
Ready?
smile, smile, smile.
There you go.
That's better. A lot of people do one side a year.
We're going to cut that tree down. Cut that tree down. And do the back of the house first. The whole side goes down the hole.